Toronto Maple Leafs considering trade for Alex Lyon after Stolarz injury. Does it make sense? A tough blow for the Toronto Maple Leafs came with the news that goalie Anthony Stolarz will be out for 4 to 6 weeks after knee surgery. This unexpected development left fans wondering how the team will handle the challenges ahead. With Joseph Woll now taking on the majority of the workload, the Toronto front office may explore trade options to bolster their goalie depth. An intriguing proposal from the hockey community has sparked debates. Could Alex Lyon from the Detroit Red Wings be the answer? The trade proposal that's got fans talking. A fan-generated idea using Puckpedia's PuckGM tool has caught attention. The proposal suggests a straight-up trade. Toronto Maple Leafs receive Alex Lyon with $450,000 of his salary retained, and the Detroit Red Wings receive Nick Robertson. At first glance, this trade may seem straightforward, but it carries significant implications for both teams. The Maple Leafs would gain an experienced goalie in Lyon, someone who has proven capable of stepping in when needed. Meanwhile, the Red Wings would add a young forward in Robertson, potentially giving him a fresh start and a larger role in Detroit. But here's the real question. Would this trade really benefit Toronto in the long run, or is it just a temporary solution? Why Alex Lyon? Lyon, currently in the final year of a 2-year contract worth $1.8 million, could provide the stability that Toronto needs. This season, he has a 4-4 record with a respectable 2.74 goals against average, GAA, and a .911 save percentage, SV%. Over the course of his NHL career, Lyon has built a reputation as a reliable backup, boasting a .905 SV% in 84 games. His addition could give the Leafs some breathing room while Stolarz recovers. But should Toronto risk parting with a promising young forward like Robertson to make this happen? And Nick Robertson? Once seen as a key piece for the future of the Maple Leafs, Robertson has struggled to find his place in Toronto. After requesting a trade this offseason, he ended up signing a 1-year contract. So far this season, he's played in 24 games, contributing 3 goals and 1 assist. For Robertson, a move to Detroit could be a chance to restart his career. The Red Wings, with their goalie situation crowded, might see this as an opportunity to solve their logjam, while acquiring a forward who still has untapped potential. Would you be willing to part with Robertson if it meant solving Toronto's current goalie dilemma? Treliving's confidence in goalie depth despite speculation. Maple Leafs GM Brad Treliving has expressed confidence in the team's depth during Stolarz's absence. Joseph has been playing extremely well, said Treliving. We've dealt with injuries before, and that's why we've built depth in all positions. Joe and Anthony have been great, but we have options like Dennis, Matt, and double A's in the system. While Treliving's optimism is reassuring, fans can't help but wonder if standing pat is the right move. Is it time to trust the internal depth, or should Toronto take a proactive approach and seek external help? Detroit's goalie dilemma. On the other side, the Detroit Red Wings activated Lyon from injured reserve on December 18th. With Lyon, Cam Talbot, and Ville Husso all healthy, Detroit's crease is undoubtedly crowded. This could make Lyon available for the right price, fueling trade rumors. Would the Red Wings be willing to part with Lyon? And would Robertson be enough to entice them? Well, folks, before we dive deeper into this discussion, you know what to do, right? Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Every subscription is super important to strengthen our Leafs community and keep bringing you quality content about the team. Now, let's dive into this possible move and discuss if it's really what the Leafs need. Stick with us. Scott Laughton's return to his hometown? Behind the scenes in the NHL, rumors are starting to gain momentum about a potential trade that could bring forward Scott Laughton back home to the Toronto Maple Leafs. With the team looking to strengthen its roster and improve its offensive options, the idea of bringing in a local player has caught the attention of analysts, with Laughton's name being mentioned frequently. Recently, NHL analyst and former player Paul Bissonnette was asked during his appearance on Leafs Morning Take who he thought would be a good addition to the team's roster. His answer was straightforward: Scott Laughton. Bissonnette praised Laughton's style of play, highlighting his ability to play both offensively and defensively, making him a valuable asset to any team. He plays hard at 200 feet, the analyst remarked, emphasizing the positive impact Laughton could have on a team aiming to balance offensive strength with defensive stability. And how would it be to bring in a player who already knows the area and grew up playing in Toronto's system? Laughton, originally from Oakville, Ontario, is just an hour away from Toronto, and his hockey roots are strong. He played his youth hockey with the Toronto Marlboros, a storied team in the Greater Toronto Hockey League (GTHL), which further strengthens his connection with the city and Leafs fans. Currently 30 years old, Laughton has made a name for himself with the Philadelphia Flyers, where he's played his entire 12-year NHL career. However, with consistent numbers, 7 goals and 14 points in 31 games this season, and a $3 million annual contract through the end of 2025, he could be an affordable option for the Toronto Maple Leafs. What makes the idea even more appealing is Laughton's versatility, as he can play multiple positions and contribute effectively in face-offs and the penalty kill. The main question for the Leafs would be the price of the trade. General Manager Brad Treliving will need to assess whether it's worth investing in a 30-year-old player with an affordable contract, but one who would require sacrificing valuable assets in exchange. What do you think, Leafs fans? Would this be a good move for Toronto, or should they look for bolder options in the market? Leave your comment. Laughton, with 102 goals and 150 assists in 632 NHL games, is known for his ability to fit into structured teams like Tampa Bay, which frequently adds crucial players without much fanfare. The question that remains is, could he be the piece Toronto Maple Leafs need to give them that push toward the coveted Stanley Cup? With Laughton's history and his connection to the area, the trade could spark excitement among Leafs fans. But like with any negotiation, the real question is, will the Flyers part with their veteran? And more importantly, will the cost-benefit ratio work out for the Leafs in the long run? What do you think about this possible trade? Does Laughton have what it takes to be a key addition, or should Toronto look elsewhere? Looking at the current situation for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the potential move involving Alex Lyon, it's hard not to think about how the team could benefit from a veteran goalie during Stolarz's recovery. Lyon, with his experience, offers an immediate solution that could give Joseph the support he needs while taking on a heavier workload. However, this trade also raises an important question. How much is it worth to sacrifice a young talent like Nick Robertson for a temporary solution? Robertson still has a lot to prove, and his potential is something that shouldn't be dismissed so easily. It's a delicate situation where the balance between the urgency of an immediate response and the preservation of the team's future needs to be carefully considered. Personally, I believe that Toronto has the depth necessary to handle this moment, but at the same time, we can't ignore the value that Lyon could bring. At the same time, I get the feeling that the Leafs need to be strategic. We can't just think about now, but also about the future, and that's why, if the trade for Lyon means giving up Robertson, maybe it's worth reconsidering the proposal. What do you think, Leafs fan? Do you think this trade would be a good move for the team, or should Toronto rely more on the players they already have? Leave your opinion in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the Toronto Maple Leafs news. Your participation is crucial in strengthening our community.